Hello everyone, we are here in Ventura Games by the end of the 8th qualifier of Lisbon Legacy League. And since today the two finalists from this tournament were already qualified, we are here with the new qualifier, Nuno Francisco, to join us for a small interview. So, hello, Nuno.
Hello, Gonzalez. I'm Nuno.
How are you?
I'm fine. And what about you?
I'm fine also, thank you. So, what do you do and where do you come from?
So, right now I live in Lourdes. I always lived in Lourdes my entire life, and right now I'm working at IT, informatic engineering. I'm working at a company with the technology ERP right now. Yeah.
Okay, sounds great. And when did you start to play Magic?
So I started playing Magic at 2015. I started playing Magic with my cousin. It was very fun. We played kitchen table Magic. we got the starters from a local store here in Lisbon that is called Lourdes. It's called Continent, sorry. And we started playing with that starter decks, and we started learning the game and learning the rules. So we started playing with so many mistakes. We didn't create the tokens, and we missed so much triggers. We didn't know. We were like playing just like, oh look, a big creature, I attack. That's it. So we just played like the basic game.
As usual, yeah.
Yeah, without rules. But yeah, it was very fun.
And what about Legacy? When did you introduce to Legacy?
So I started searching for Legacy a couple of years ago. I started by searching some videos on YouTube, and when I saw people playing it and explaining the formats, I got interested and I started searching it. And I saw that we had a big community here in Lisbon. It is called Lisbon Legacy League. And I saw that we were playing with proxies, and that helped me and my friends a lot to join the formats, because, for example, we could buy a good deck without breaking the budgets, and we could change to other decks without breaking the budgets.
Yeah, that's our main goal by doing this. It's to allow new players to join, and it's good to know that you join by that reason.
Yeah,
it's very
me and
good.
my friends.
And what about today? What did you play?
So today I played Jeskai Control. It is a very fun deck to play. It's a very complex deck, and sometimes I get a little bit tired of playing it, because I always play until 50 minutes, and then I go to turns.
Yeah,
but doing that
a lot of draws.
Yeah, and doing that for rounds and rounds, it gets tired. But I like to play with it. At least I never stop playing. I always have fun with it. In the beginning, I started by playing with Z over, but right now I turned into Jeskai Control because it's my favorite strategy.
Yeah, okay. And how did the deck go today? How did you go?
It went well. I did some little changes, some small changes. I changed like 4 cards from the last tournament, and it went well. But maybe I will just remove the terminus from sideboard. It didn't work as I was planning.
Okay, I'm looking here to your list. I see that you don't play terminus in the main board. You have one in the sideboard. And I see that you still play Jace the Mind Sculpture.
Yeah, that's my favorite card.
That's why you still play it.
Yeah, it's very fun to play with that card, and very beautiful.
Yeah,
sometimes when it enters and stays, it makes the entire game, and it's like a win con and a value, and it gets me value. So I like it. I like to play with it in this meta here in Lisbon, because we don't have so much people playing with this cover, so it's much easier to go around the pyroblasts.
And today you played like a blue-white version with a small splash for red sideboard cards.
Yeah, I don't like to play with red cards on my main. I already tried to play with expressive iteration.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
What do you think about the expressive iteration?
I kind of, it's like, I have mixed feelings about that card, because sometimes it's very good and gets you a lot of value, but in other cases, when you are playing against more aggro decks, if you don't get the land from the expressive iteration, you're kind of fucked, because you pay 2 mana to play expressive iteration and you get 1 card.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
And it dodges a little bit the core of the deck.
Yeah.
So you are playing Supreme in this version, And more Planeswalker centralized
Correct. Yeah.
strategy.
I try to play more a little bit kind of Super Friends deck, but I try to play like only Super Friends in all other tournaments, but I didn't like because sometimes you need that creature just to make that 1 or 2 damage to another Planeswalker and kill it.
Okay.
An R-set.
And I'm looking here to your sideboard, and I see the terminus that we already talked about, and you said that maybe you could remove it.
I changed from the last tournament. I put the terminus and I removed the Hydroblast.
Yeah, and I see 1 Hydroblast.
Yeah, it was supposed to be 2.
Okay, so what are they for?
They are against Misk and Boom a lot of times, and other times they are good against mono red Stompy, against Izet Delver. Sometimes they are good too because I can counter Pyroblast and Expressive Iterations, Bolts, and many other things. But they are kind of good. They are better than Terminus, at least that's what I feel.
Yeah, because you already played 2 Supreme Verdict in the main board, so
yeah, correct.
I understand that option.
It doesn't come in the right moments.
Yeah.
The Terminus.
And other 2 cards that comes to my eye here is Ruination and Sylvan Reclamation.
Okay, so Ruination is very good against the lands.
And you prefer Ruination
Blood Moon.
than Blood Moon, or
It's like I would prefer to have a Blood Moon and a Ruination right now, but since I don't have a Blood Moon right now, I'm just using a Ruination.
okay. And Sylvan's Reclamation is for control.
Sylvan's Reclamation is like a perfect card against control. Yeah,
control
it's like
Mirror Breaker.
Yeah, like for 3 mana you get a Planeswalker, then for other 5 mana from flashback you get more 2 Planeswalkers, and it costs 3. It's like broken.
Yeah,
just against
the Mirror is very good.
Mirror games that go longer.
Yeah. And what about the matchups? What did you play against today?
So today I faced up against, in my first matchup, it was like, my first matchup was against Dredge. It was a very tough matchup against my deck, because if I don't get the right 8 cards against graveyards in the beginning of the game, sometimes I get screwed, because they get a huge board. But I got lucky in my 2 games, because I was the first one, then the other 2 games my opponent mulliganed to 5, and I got kind of lucky because I got the right cards in my hand. Like I got the Force of Negation in my second game that saved me against the Fatal Shooting Flashback with Mox Diamond. Mox Diamond, no, Blindside Diamond. Yeah. And in my 3rd game, the Surgical saved me.
Yeah, of course. And what about other rounds?
Other rounds, then I played against Control. It was against 4 color controls. It was a very hard matchup, but I got a draw in that game.
As usual.
Yeah,
those
against Control it's almost always the same, because 50 minutes is not enough.
Yeah, it's enough to play 1 game.
Yeah, to play 1 game or 2. Yeah.
Then, what about the other?
Then I went against. Let me see if I can remember. Oh yeah. Okay, I remember that I played against Mono Red Stompy in my 4th game. That I won. It went very well. I lost my 1st game. Then the other 2 after sideboard, I got very better matchups and better cards. My 3rd one, I remember that I lost it, but I don't remember against who.
That's fine. And then in the top 8, you played.
I played against Izet Delver. That's like the deck that I like it, and I like to play against, because it's like 60-40 for me.
Yeah, you have a lot of removal for the creatures, and late game you have a better late game.
Yeah, I have a lot of removal, I get a lot of value, and I have some counters that can help against Expressive Iteration and
sweepers, Supreme Verdict.
But against, imagine, Expressive Iteration, it's the main value of that deck, and sometimes I can just spell pips.
Yeah. It's very good, because they don't they save the land drop for the iteration, and they don't have it to pay the spell pierce.
Correct.
And in the top 4,
top 4 I played against João Rodrigues.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very
Another
hard matchup.
Mirror.
Yeah, mirror. It's mirror, 50-50, and I'm still learning the deck. It's like my second or third tournament that I'm playing with this deck, but I'm really enjoying playing with it.
And what about the meta game today? What did you think about it?
It was, we had a meta game with a lot of different decks. I saw Burn, I saw for core control, I saw some death and taxes, is that over? I saw a lot of decks, and that's one of the main reasons that I like Legacy. It's because here we have a lot of variety, not like in other formats that we always see the same deck. Here we always see different decks, even Dredge today was here.
Yeah, and all strategies are viable to make some good
Yeah.
results if you know the deck.
And to win
Wow.
tournaments, yeah, you just have to train to get good
Yeah.
in this game.
Yeah, it's true. And what about the Legacy meta game overall? What do you think about it?
Overall, I think it's a healthy community. We have a lot of decks. People are always playing with different decks. So yeah, I think it's a healthy community.
Nice. So, good luck for the final.
Oh, thank you
And
very much.
we
Gonzalo.
see you there.
Yeah, I see you there, Gonzalo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See you next time.
See you next time.